And we're recording. Welcome back to Thrashers Paradise. Today we're joined with via Skype, all the way in Vancouver, which I bet is a lot nicer weather-wise than here in Hamilton, Saints of Death.
Hey man, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm
Morning.
almost morning, gentlemen, because it is 11:30 for you guys. It's 2:30 for us, and it's hotter than I want to say. I guess Florida right now here. It feels like it. What's it like out there? Is it hot or is it just...
Today it's rainy for me. Where
Oh,
I'm at, yeah.
For me too, out there. Rainy.
Yeah.
No good. Rain.
actually, I probably take that over this heat right now.
Yeah, we either get hit with
It's actually rain.
nice weather or... Oh, sorry. We're talking over each other here.
It's okay. There's a bit of lag. Sorry. It actually rained for the last 2 weeks here.
Oh,
Great. Like it was. Yeah.
I mean,
They lifted some of the fire bans for burning outside because it's rained so much in the last 2 weeks. Vancouver Island, you're allowed to burn fires again this summer right now. So it's rained quite a bit in the last bit. Who cares? No, I'm kidding.
okay, gentlemen, let's start right off the bat. Now, this is your first release. This is your first full-length release. In 2015, you released your self-titled EP, Saints of Death. Now you're ascending to the throne with your full-length, which is due out soon. What was it like to finally be able to get everything done for your full-length?
It was a relief, man. It was a long time coming, getting some of these songs out into the world. Some of these songs have been written for a long time, and we just didn't have the right lineup and group of guys to kind of get into the studio and get it all done. So it was a really big relief to be able to get these songs done. And out into the world, in general.
Yeah, like Chris said, it was a long time coming. Some of those songs, a couple of those songs that we wrote were originally were supposed to be on the first album, but we didn't. It was turned into an EP, and we just kept struggling to find the right lineup. We'd jam with the guy for 6 months, and then he'd quit, or say his wife was pregnant, or he had alcohol and drug problems. We just kept going through guy after guy after guy until we found Juan and Ashley, and then everything just clicked. Like everything clicked. It's so amazing right now, the group that we have. It's just really awesome. We finally, after Chris and myself, because the last 2 years has been really a struggle for the band, for Chris and me. We really been struggling. We had nobody helping us. One of my family members had some cancer for a couple of years, so everything was it was a really hard time for everything. Our personal life, the band life, everything was just struggling over the last 2 years, and now the health issues are under control and everybody's healthy, and now we found these excellent guys, Juan and Ashley. These guys are just amazing. They actually help us out with the band instead of just being another person riding along in the car, right? So everything has changed now, and we feel very happy, and we're blessed that we have and we're able to do the things that we do. We're touring now internationally with these guys. We did 3 tours in Mexico last year, which was amazing. We played big festivals, and just everything is like finally starting to groove. You know what I mean? We already are writing songs for the new album. We literally go in for a jam. Well, not since the COVID, because we haven't been jamming, but we literally go in for a jam and we can write a song in one jam from beginning to end. Like everything is just, everybody's contributing. It's not just me and Chris struggling. And when you have the whole unit working working together. It's a machine that moves forward. It's not two guys pulling the rest of the group together like two donkeys on a fucking wagon. It's four guys marching together side by side. And it's awesome, man. I'm really proud of these guys, and I'm proud of all the hard work that Chris has done over the years for this band, and I'm proud of Juan and Ashley. Like, I'm really proud of this lineup, and I'd put this lineup against any band right now. Like, we are solid as a rock.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice to be able to get this album out into the world so that we can start to focus on new things and what we're gonna do together as a group.
Anything to add, Juan?
They're just a great group of guys. You know, as soon as I entered the room and started playing, there was just an automatic chemistry. Yeah, it was good. They make me laugh pretty much every time we go out and jam. It's just it's a great experience. Yeah, they're awesome guys.
Awesome.
Now, I guess as you mentioned it, things were going great for you all. Things were going up. Everything was in place, and then COVID happened. How painful was that, just to kind of come out of the blue and then just be like, "Oh, this is a thing"?
I mean, it sucked for sure. You know, it still sucks. We're still obviously feeling the effects of it, and it's hard. You know, like we worked really hard last year. We did a few tours nationally. You know, in BC, and we did you know, some big stuff over in Mexico, and we were finally starting to get the ball rolling and gain some momentum. And again, you know, and it kind of put a huge halt on that, you know, unfortunately, not being able to play shows and stuff. I mean, fortunately, we were already in the studio doing Ascent of the Throne. So, you know, we've been able to work on the album release and focus on that, which is important. But I mean, obviously, we missed out on some pretty cool opportunities in Mexico, and the chance to kind of work on other opportunities for this year. So, fortunately, we have an album, you know, that we can work on right now. So hopefully, by the time we're done doing the promo for this, we can do some delayed touring on it, you know.
Of course. Now, for each of you individual... Oh, sorry. No, you go.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to add to that we also started a production company called Head Rattle Productions with our friend Rex Caravello in Mexico. And so we have bigger tours set up. He also plays in Green Jello, or Jelly, sorry, and also has a band with the original singer of AC/DC, Dave Evans, called Masters and Sinners, and I think Tim Ripper Owens just joined Masters and Sinners too. So this year we were supposed to have a few bigger tours lined up with those guys down in he had some ideas lined up for us in South America and Mexico, and we also were supposed to have a big festival in Spain this summer that we were supposed to do. So the COVID thing really kind of kicked us right in the balls, you know what I mean? Because yeah, like you said, we were just getting momentum going, and now this whole year is pretty much toast. But like Christopher said, we do have an album coming out, so that kind of shows some interest instead of touring. Because for us, the tours that's the fun stuff, is the tours, you know what I mean? For me anyways. The rest of it is like leg work, you know, all the in the studio and stuff. It's fun too, but it's more, to me, it's more work. What I enjoy and I love is going out and seeing the fans, playing shows. That's what makes it for me. That's my whole drive of everything that I want to do. I want to play shows. I want to meet people. I want to go around the world and meet so many different people, and, you know, spread the love and joy and just say, hey man, we're all one. We're all human beings. And that's the thing that bums me out the most, I'd say, is that we can't tour, right? That's a real kick in the balls. But like Christopher said, we do have an album, right? So sorry about that.
Oh no, it's all good.
My little 2 cents.
It is all good. Now, for each of you individually, what does the album truly mean for you? Or did I already ask that?
No, I mean, this album for me, you know, like we already talked about kind of how these songs were sitting in the bank for a long time, but in general, I think the concept of Ascend to the Throne, uh, to me, and I think to Twan, when we came up with the concept of ascending to the throne, it was it was about all the hard work that it takes. All the hard work that it takes to be in this industry and getting it done and kind of taking that next step, like through all the hardships, through all the trials and tribulations and the crazy left turns and right turns that could happen in the industry and stuff like that. It's about dealing with that all and overcoming that and achieving your greatest kind of self. I that's my personal kind of take on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. It's like this album to me is like our breaking free of all this shit that we just went through, and now everything we're finally like our wings are finally spread and we're ready to take flight. You know what I mean? After everything that we struggled with band, with health, with everything, we couldn't get a proper lineup to do shows. It was just, and now it's just like it's just been released, you know what I mean? And this album is like a race. It's just like finally and it's a hard go. I say this to anybody who's in a band and you want to be famous or you want to be touring internationally and all that shit. It's a hard go, man. It is a hard go. You got to make sacrifices, you know what I mean? And we always say this in this band, sacrifices must be made. Whether it's, oh, I missed my friend's birthday party or I can't buy this thing because we're doing this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a hard go. It's harder than just, oh, I got a day job and there's my job and that's it. It's hard, and especially now it's a lot harder with all the internet and so many bands and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is like our wings have just been spread, and it's like, wow, we are. And yeah, like Christopher said, this is our struggle. We named it Ascend to the Throne because it is our struggle. It is our ascent to the throne. I mean, not that we should be on any throne and anybody should worship up, but it's our struggles of where our goals are and how we take one step. And that's how we look at it. If you look at the album cover, you see the steps. That's how we talk in this band. We say one step at a time. We're going to get here. Then we're going to fucking make this level great. Then we're going to step up to the next level. The next level, well, we need to buy this new equipment and this new gear to run in-ears and all this stuff. We stepped up to that level. Now we're ready to start touring internationally, So the steps kind of are our process of going up the steps, of getting better as a band. Each step we're getting better. We're all working together as a team.
Totally.
So what makes Saints of Death different compared to the other bands in the Vancouver metal scene?
Do you want to take this one, Juan? You want to give it a go?
Our look probably is a big thing. We don't really come across a lot of bands that are doing the whole production side of it as well, and the imagery that we're doing. So I think that and the fact that we have two bass players is a more unique thing, and it's a very monstrous sound with me and Twan rocking the low end. So yeah, it's a cool event that everybody gets to come out and check out. So
yeah, for sure. I think also we kind of stand apart from other bands in this area just because we don't really have one particular subgenre of metal that we follow. I think like as experienced songwriters and stuff, we kind of, when we made this band, we were like, okay, well, we want to play metal, but we don't have a specific style of metal that we want to play. So some songs might come out, more stoner. Some songs might come out more thrashy. Some songs might come out more hardcore. I'm from Burlington, Ontario, so I'm from just around the corner from you.
Oh no, that's awesome.
So I cut my teeth playing in Hamilton, actually. playing different shows at the Underground and different venues around Hamilton. The Underground's not there anymore, but and yeah, I think like growing up in that scene, you know, like I came from kind of more of a hardcore style and metalcore style, you know, and everyone has kind of different sense of what they listen to and what they are influenced by in this band. And I think that like we don't pigeonhole ourselves into a certain subgenre. We kind of float around. So some bands, you know, like they're very specific in their style and what they want to accomplish. Where I think that for us, you know, we kind of just play what feels right and sounds right, and we take each other's ideas and each other's ideas kind of come from different places. So you know, I think that it's fortunate. I like the fact that we're not really stuck in one specific sound. We're able to play different subgenres and write songs and let the song each stand alone individually.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, when it comes to touring, which is not now, sadly, but in general, where's the one spot that's a guaranteed to be on a Saints of Death tour?
Oh. I mean, Mexico right now, man. Like, Mexico has shown us the most love. Not that Canada hasn't either, but those guys over there, you know, they've really shown us some love and appreciation, and we've gotten some opportunities over in Mexico that I don't think as a band coming up in the position that we're in right now. Where we're still coming up, we're not completely established, and we're not supported, you know, by it. We're independent. We've had some opportunities over there that are just like mind blowing, man. Like looking out, like when we played in Aguas Calientes, or even when we played in Zacatecas, like in some of these big festivals, man. Just looking out and seeing that many people, man. And being on a professional stage like that it's unbelievable. And you know, we've played some great stages in Canada as well. But yeah, if like to answer your question, if there's one stop where we'd have to go, that's it. You know, we have crew over there. We have you know, TJ and Arturo. We have our sound guy and our stage manager and our guitar tech over there. And yeah, I miss my family. I miss my Saints of Death family for sure, man.
We also have left some gear in Mexico too, like our guitars, so we don't have to traveling back and forth, right? Because we went 3 times last year, so you go through custom with your guitar, automatically they're like, so we have some gear stored there, so for the trips, you know what I mean? And we're going to hopefully start doing that in Europe, because that's what bigger bands do too, right? They don't love their shit all over the place. They have storage areas where they keep the stuff, right? Yeah. So, and like Christopher said, we are blessed. We're an independent band. We got some opportunities in Mexico. The first tour, we lugged ourselves. We fucking paid for everything ourselves and just lugged through the shit. We played every club that you could imagine in Mexico, every fucking dirtbag club. When one club, all of us got electrocuted by the fucking electricity. Like, it was just some bizarre shit went on, right? But then people seen us on tour, and one person in particular, Rex, seen us and liked what we were doing, and he plays for Grangello. He's a guitar player. He's a really awesome guitar player and a great human being. And he just kind of said, man, I got a spot for you guys. And so he's kind of taken us under his wing and helped us out in Mexico a lot, right? So last year we played a huge festival in Aguas Caliente. It was called FMA, Festival Motociclista Aguas Calientes. And there was like 15,000 people there. Like, no shit, man. 2 weeks before went there, they had already pre-sold 13,000 fucking pre-sold tickets. D. Snyder was there, and we actually went on after D. Snyder. So I mean, D. Snyder just gets the place going nuts, right? So he had him just like frothing at the mouth. So when we went on, it was just awesome. They were just like hungry, man, and it was crazy. It was awesome. It's a great experience for us, and we're blessed. We're really blessed to be in the situation that we are. But yeah, Mexico is definitely. We made some family and friends there now, and it's definitely a stop. Every year there's a stop in Mexico. We planned it now for a fucking festival or a stop every year in Mexico now on our dates in the summer, right? So yeah, it's definitely Mexico.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, look at cool. Changing the scenery, eh?
I had to plug the laptop in.
Ah.
It was running low.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the 5-year plan for Saints of Death?
Oh. Twan, you can start this one out if you want.
Okay. Well, obviously next year, or when touring starts again, probably in 2021, we're definitely going to Mexico. That's a definite for sure.
Yeah.
We're already writing now. We're already definitely writing. We've already got a few songs, I think 3 songs into our new album. So we're going to be releasing and hopefully releasing a new album in 2021. So there's going to be not so big a gaps in between and we're trying to get to Europe in 2021. We're starting to we talked to promoters before, and that was in like 2015. And they said, you guys are a great band, but you just don't have enough following to book a tour with us, right? So now it's like 2021, and now we've gained quite a bit of a following. So we're going to hit back again and see what they have to say. Also, we have our partner at Head Rattle Productions. He says we're also working on a thing in Spain for 2021. So those are our goals, and we also want to go to Japan. Japan's a big one for us. We're trying something up. But yeah, that's what we have in plan. Tour. We just want to tour. That's what I enjoy, man. I enjoy playing in front of people, looking at their faces, and then hanging out after, maybe having a smoke or outside, chit chatting about whatever, their favorite guitar or whatever. You know what I mean? That's shit for me, anyways. But that's what I plan for 2021: releasing a new album and touring.
Yeah, hopefully touring as much as possible. That's the way to become a successful band and to get your name out there. The internet is a great tool, but it's not the only thing that's out there. The types of connections that you make with fans when you're playing live and when you get to meet them, if we do a meet and greet or we're just hanging out in the venue. And we get to meet them one-on-one like that. That's how we not only make fans, but we make friends, and I think like everywhere we've toured so far, we've been able to make friends, and fans, and fans out of friends. It's getting on the road, and like to follow up what Twan said, we've been working on some new material, and this material is awesome because it's the first time that this lineup of musicians has started to write together. We've been working on Ascend to the Throne, which Ashley and Juan definitely wrote on the album, no doubt about it. Like those guys came in, they took their parts, that were already kind of set out for them, and they definitely ran with them and made them their own, and definitely contributed hugely to the sound of the new record, Ascend to the Throne, that's out now. But we're writing these new songs from the ground up with these. So it's pretty awesome. We got a good group of dudes, and with a wide experience range. So it's nice to work with. It's nice to work with Juan, and it's nice to work with Ash, and it's nice to work with Twan again on writing songs, instead of just kind of rehashing the same old stuff.
Excellent. Now, gentlemen, I have one last question to ask you. It's more of a fun one. Hopefully you understand and get it. The question, we asked this to all of our first-time guests. Who would win in the fight, Lemmy or God?
Lemmy is God.
Great question. Great question. Lemmy is God.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to come on Thrashers Paradise today to do this interview. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people watching this video on YouTube?
Have a great day.
2021, Saints of Death. Check out our shit, you know? Check out our stuff, man. Check out our band. Go to the website. Go to the Facebook page. Go to Instagram, you know? Like, just say hi. Stop in and say hi. You know?
Yeah.
We love you guys, and we're appreciative of everything. And we're grateful that you've taken this time to talk with us. You know what I mean? We thank you so much. And, yeah, just check us out. Say hi. Come and say hi to us, man.
Of course.
For sure.
And ladies and gentlemen, until next time. Oh, were you about to say something, Chris?
Oh, I was just gonna say, make sure that you check out our new album on July 10th. Ascend to the Throne will be out. We have, I think we just put out a new single yesterday. The title track, Ascend to the Throne, and we have a video out for Repentance as well, which was the first track off this new album. We have a bunch more things, lined up. We got a whole schedule for releasing this album, but July 10th, everything should be out on all the streaming platforms, at least anyways, and we'll deal with the physical stuff once COVID goes away.
Excellent. And until next time, everyone, keep on thrashing.